feedback is such an important thing, and feedback comes from life and from all areas. And we actually talked about this. I talked about this inside of my War Room. I've got the private organization, the War Room, where people can join, and it's a masculine network. It's kind of like a boys' club, kind of like guys, and we talk about making money and fitness and all these other things. But we were speaking, and a couple of the high-level War Room guys said, Andrew, I want to learn to speak like you do. The way you talk on podcasts is why they're so monumentally successful. I want to speak like you do. How do you practice? How often do you practice? And I tried to explain to him. I said, brother, you're 42 years old. I'm 36 years old. You've been speaking longer than me. So it's not about practice. The difference between you and I is I pay attention and I make sure that I get feedback. So if I do a podcast, I will watch it back and write down every time I made a mistake or every time I could have used a different word. I will sit there and actually analyze my work to get better.
You reflect.
I reflect. If you don't reflect and you just speak, you stay shit.
Reed told me, he goes, I've never met a man. And by the way, I didn't even notice about this. Like, have you ever seen like something you do all the time, you just don't even notice it? And then somebody tells you and it fucks you up. You're like, oh, damn, dude, I do that. I over reflect a lot. But here's the thing, dude. I realized this. As soon as he mentioned this to me, I realized how other motherfuckers do not reflect. At all. They'd rather watch other people than watch their fucking mouth, bro. That video where Jack Dorsey had a security guard and everybody was so mad at my opinion on it. Here's the thing, dude. Bad things happen. If you get punched in the face because of a security guard, yeah, he's wrong for that. But why the fuck are you talking up to a dude 8 times your size when he's angry? Do you have no common sense? Have you never been punched in the face before?
100%.
You didn't try to de-escalate it. You were talking and getting mouthy. Some people need to get hit in the face for them to understand.
Abrasive.
Yeah.
It's true. Some people only learn the hard way, especially men. God's actually very nice. Because I believe God gives us a whole bunch of chances to learn a lesson the easy way.
It's called life.
Of course, He'll give you. Think of the harshest lesson. You don't even have to say what it is, but think of the harshest lesson you've had in the last few years, and think of how many times you had the easy way to learn that lesson. You could have just stopped being a dickhead before it got bad.
Like that.
Think how many times you could have just woke up and go, nah. But we don't, do we?
Nope.
We wake up like, we got away with it. It's fine, and then bam, you get hit. There's only 2 ways to learn lessons: hard and harder. If you're smart, you take it the hard way. Real idiots take it the hardest way. But there's no easy way to learn lessons. So you're right. I agree with everything you say. And that's how God teaches anyway. That's how God is always going to teach, because God is a disciplinarian love. I think it says, someone said this to me, I think in school you learn things and then you're given a test, but with God you're given the test and then you learn things. And that's the way it works. That's why I was even in jail in the first place. That's what I was there for, to learn. That's why I went.
You're being sharpened.
Of course, I'm being sharpened. And you said earlier about me moving on to a new stage, a new evolution, and I hope that is true. I hope that the 50-year-old version of me thinks the 36-year-old version of me was an idiot.
I think he's going to be a lot more calmer.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I like to consider myself pretty smart, so if I'm even smarter, that's great. We'll see how it goes.